Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to today's Proverbs with Paul in the afternoon. And again, what a beautiful, beautiful early evening. Praise the Lord. Proverbs chapter 15 and verse 14. The mind of the intelligent seeks knowledge, but the mouth of fools feeds on foolishness. So the mind of the intelligent. So this ability to have a mind that works well is part of the blessing that God has brought into the lives of human beings. It is true to say that some people have a greater capacity in their minds than others. But the reality is everyone has a level of capacity. It's what they do with that capacity that determines ultimately how much they might be able to retain. You know, my children have always had a good memory, and therefore they obtain and sustain the knowledge that they take on board. Whereas I find that things soon disappear, even though they might have been really important at the time that I hear them. But the mind of the intelligent seeks, it longs to learn, and it keeps, if it can, the knowledge that it obtains from different sources, because it knows it can bring an advantage to the life. If it's answering a question or if it's finding a conclusion to a problem, it could be any reason as to why we retain the knowledge. But the mind of the intelligent seeks after knowledge, and that's a good thing, because to know things is good. It's true to say that one of the things we need to know is that we don't know everything and that we can't retain everything, and that actually some things are there to never be known. There are some things that we need to accept, that they are in the hands of God, and we can't understand them. We can't fathom. We can't work out how we bring solutions. There are some things we just have to accept. And that's a knowledge that needs to be known by those who would seek knowledge for intelligence sake. But it says here, by contrast, the mouth of the fool feeds on foolishness. And it's interesting that he uses the idea of the mouth feeding on foolishness, because often you find those foolish people sit around and they take into their mouths, as it were, food and drink. They become gluttonous in their manner. But unfortunately, the things that they're taking in their consumption process isn't to edify and to enrich their minds, but it's to fill their stomach. And their stomach is being poisoned, and their bodies are being poisoned by the foolishness of the nourishments that they're taking on board in the futility of the things that they are choosing to eat. And so we can eat, as it were, anger and frustration and resentment and bitterness. And we can do and eat and nourish on things that are unwholesome to us. And the outcome of those things is it will ultimately destroy us. And the foolish person keeps on eating, even though the thing that they're eating is no good for them. Brothers and sisters, how will you manage your life? Will you be those who scoff on the things that are foolish, or will you allow your mind to nourish on the things that will advance you and the people around you? Thank you for joining me. Be blessed. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.